Hey everyone, Ritam this side, and in today's video we are gonna talk about why you can't literally tell the difference between putting effort and actually making progress, and how it's just eating up your entire business revenue, or whatever you may call it. It's just destroying your business in a way. And that's the entire topic of today's video. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Ritam Samanta, and I have helped 20 plus aspiring agency owners get their first client and start their agency. And I am on a mission to revolutionize the entire client acquisition system, acquisition sector in a way, for agency owners, coaches, and consultants in India. So let's get straight into the topic. But before doing that, let's understand why it's important to understand the difference between effort and progress. Our brain, neurochemically, truly doesn't understand the difference between actually the effort they put in or the output it's getting, right? So let's say, let's just jump straight to the topic, and then you will be always understand what's the main importance is. So as I said, our brain neurochemically doesn't understand that. So there's two types of effort we can put in, right? Input focused, and another is output focused. For example, input focused would be watching courses, watching business content, watching anything so-called productive works, like reading books and stuff. And output focused would be actually doing the work, doing cold calls, doing replying to business email, closing the sales, delivering the service. These are the few things that are actually output focused. Our brain wouldn't be able to tell the difference between any of those two. If we are putting in effort, it will see those two as the same thing, but it isn't. One is more inward focused. We are refining our inputs that will eventually help us to make better output. But if it is output focused, then it's much better. And I'll argue with that, because I'll argue for that, because let's take an example, right? There's two guys. One is learning cold calling. He spends 30 hours learning cold calling, and there's another guy who spends 30 hours doing cold calling. Let's say he just spends 2 hours what cold calling is, and understanding the basic, and then spend the rest 28 hours just doing cold calling. Who will be much better after that 30 hours? I would argue that the second guy, who did 28 hours of cold calling with 2 hours of learning, he is much better in cold calling than this first guy. Now there are certain circumstances, right? If this guy is learning from the master of the master of sales or cold callers, then he might be better. But chances are he isn't. He's just learning from YouTube, or he's just learning from watching Instagram reels or whatever. So you get it. But the thing is, how would we be able to make our brain understand that? And that is why I got a few points out here. We already discussed 2 points out there. First is, brain cannot distinguish effort and output neurochemically, because to be honest, both produces fatigue, right? Even if we get technically, if we are putting in effort and not getting output, it's same as the effort we put and get output. Give or take a few more units of output, effort, right? But it's technically the same. If we put in same amount of efforts for, let's say, watching content, right? We watch 30 hours of YouTube content, we learned, we took notes, and let's say we did 30 hours of cold calling. Both requires same amount of effort, but both gives completely different output, right? So there's that. Along with which, we also discuss about two types of work: input activity and output linked activity. And yeah, as we easily understood that output linked has visible consequences, while input linked doesn't have that. Input linked effort actually have a consequence over your output linked effort, which is that it makes the output linked effort more refined and more better. That is the entire work. So that is the reason why we should not focus on input linked effort that much, and rather focus on output linked effort. So there's that. Third problem is most people don't measure daily output because measurement makes failure impossible to ignore. That's the problem with it. If you start measuring your daily output instead of daily input, you would start realizing you are failing. You are failing to make the ends meet. That sounded a little bit weird, but it makes you see things clearly, and it's really hard seeing those things, like actually failing in your tasks, and seeing that actually clearly, right? So most of the people, what they do, what I have seen from talking with agency owners, they block out different sections, as usually we do, second half, first half, or whatever. Block out each hour or each 3 hour whatever of session, and block out what they are going to do, let's say business work or managing clients or whatever. They don't set a specific number. So let's say there's two guys, again, I love to take these examples. There's one guy who has this what do you call it, a daily routine, but what he mainly focuses on is the blocks. Business block 1, where he has 3 hours block each block is focused on each different sector of his business or doing different types of work. He doesn't truly focus on number. On the other hand, there's this guy, he doesn't block any of his time or whatever. He just gives himself 3 simple tasks to complete in his entire day. Let's say doing 30 cold calls, or let's say managing 3 clients, or attending 3 meetings and closing them. Giving he gives himself challenges like that and focuses on completing it instead of completely scheduling his day. Chances are, again, the second guy is more output focused, and second guy is gonna scale and grow his business much more effectively than the first guy. By the way, on a complete different note, I have this video out here, you can check it out. It's about how agency owners can't scale their business. You might have checked the the title, right? So check it out after this video, you would understand it. And most of the business owners, if you are watching it out, most of the agency owners are surely focusing on watching business content, right? Business contents like this. And although they might feel guilty of it, or although they might not, somewhere or the other, the time they are investing in these sort of videos, or the time they are wasting or missing out on doing the real work. Now, for sake of my content, I wouldn't say just to skip this video, but although you can if you have truly some important work. But I would surely suggest you to watch every single video at 1.5x speed, or if you really want to learn, if you really want to do stuff, right? And along with it, just spend only 1 or 2 hours at max every single day, if not every single week, of your time just for learning. That is it, not more than that. What I have seen, most of the people, they think at their resting time, if they watch business business related videos and stuff, they are being productive. But more often than not, they're not. Although yeah, they are learning stuffs, but are they actually the time they are assigned to just rest? They are just watching this and they're thinking they're putting in efforts, and by thinking and believing they're putting in efforts, mind usually calibrates it to actually putting in efforts. And after that rest phase, or whatever resting time has been completed, when they get back to work again, they feel exhausted, right? Even if they watched YouTube videos, even if they so-called rested, but their mind doesn't believe that. Their mind thinks they have put in efforts, and that is another of the more so-called negative aspect of doing this, right? This is one of the cognitive bias, by the way, which I am not sure of the name, but effort does not equal progress. That is how I would love to frame it. And this is one of the core important thing you need to learn. Effort never really is equal to progress. And yeah, that's about it. And you might ask, what's the solution then? Well, solution is very simple. It's not more motivation, it's not more efforts, It's not even less efforts, I would say. It's just focused efforts on one simple thing, one simple act, which is output focused, right? Now, this might sound a little bit tongue twister, but you should give efforts to the work that are more output focused. And how you should measure it? Well, every single day, instead of having, you know, first half of the day I'm gonna attend meetings, second half of the day, I don't know, I'm gonna talk with clients, deliver service, whatever, like that. If you have planned your day like that, go on, plan it. But along with that, keep in mind you need to have something measurable. Like, I will deliver service to 3 clients today, or 2 clients today, whatever the number is. I'll do 30 cold calls. I'll send 50 emails, whatever, right? I'll set up this ad campaign. Give a number to yourself. Numbers are very core and foundation of tracking, and without tracking, your business will fail. Business is all about tracking, measuring, and improving the KPIs, improving what isn't improved. That is it. And if you want to learn more about how to scale your business instead of growing, watch this video. If you want to learn more about how to actually grow your business, instead of what do you call it, yeah, instead of completely trusting on referrals and just focusing on the clients who are giving you referrals, if you want to actually start understanding outreach and all, check out this video. And that's about it. Check out these videos, and if you have output focused work that you need to do, close YouTube right now, do the work, and that's it. By the way, just a quick note: if you are an agency owner, coach, or consultant, and if you are having any trouble with getting clients, or having any appointment booking, or can't figure out how to book appointments, then there's a link in the description that you may want to check out. Full transparency, it's a funnel, and no, it doesn't have any 10 lakh rupees, 15,000 rupees course or whatever. It just has my video explaining how I might be able to help you with appointment booking, with client acquisition. Now, I really don't care if you click on the link or not, but that's just a heads up. If you are interested, you can click it. And yeah, thanks for watching today's video. I hope you like it, and make sure to like the video. There's a button for, if you like the video, of course there's a button for that. And if you want to see more of this content, you can surely subscribe to my channel. I wouldn't say to click the notification icon or whatever, you are of course busy. And yeah, comment any video ideas you have, anything. I would love to make a video about whatever you might want to see a video about. And yeah, that said, this is Ritam signing off. Have a great day ahead.